This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Cedar Creek Cottage, and the model number is 40CCK. So this is not a floor plan video, it's not a sales video, it's a how-to video. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. If you need to look at the floor plan, I'm sure there are plenty other videos you could use for that. So, okay, here we go. So, you have a power awning with an LED strip, of course, outside speakers. This is a signal out plus power if you wanted to put a TV there. Alright. You have a deep cycle marine battery plus 2 LP tanks, of course. This is a quick connect for the LP system if you want to add a grill or a griddle or some other gas appliance. You can plug it right there. Just make sure it's the right pressure for a RV system. Okay, they're not all the same. So if you're if you're buying one, make sure you get the right one, the right pressure. Okay. Okay, so you've got a 50 amp power cord, and it's 30 feet long, plus we give you the reducers to reduce it down. This is just cable and satellite through here. Up here, it's good to know that this is the vent for the range hood, right? So if you're going to use the fan in the range hood, there's a baffle in there, and you want it to flap freely, so you need to stand on a ladder and just pop it open with your thumbs, or your thumb, and till the baffle opens and it can flap freely, so it vents to the outside. If you're traveling or in storage for the winter, whatever you're going to do, you can shut it, but if you're venting, you want that open. Okay, so your valves are right down here for your dump valves. Okay, now first of all, this is where the water pump is at. I just want to show you that because this is where you draw antifreeze into the system. You put that in a bottle of antifreeze, obviously, and there's also a valve there to select the right source. You can select the fresh water tank, which it's set for right now, or to draw through this line from a gallon of antifreeze. Okay, city water hookup is the most common way to get water to the trailer. Obviously, you just hook up the hose, turn it on, and you're all set. If you're going to camp somewhere that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then use the onboard water pump to pump the water. All right, and then last, this is the black tank flush here. So after you dump your black tank, you leave the black tank valve open like it states here right on the sticker. Hook the hose on there, turn it on. It'll spray out your black tank, and it'll also clean off the sensor so you get a good reading. So that's important. Of course, the black tank is toilet water and waste, and your gray tank are sink and shower water. In this compartment, this is just your attachments for your vacuum system. Okay. Now this is your water heater. Now this works on electricity. Right now there's water in the tank because this is now summerized. It's in camping mode, so to speak. So it's not winterized anymore. So the antifreeze has been flushed from the system, and then this water heater is filled with water. The reason I'm telling you that is because you have to make sure if you ever drain it, or after you winterize it, and you come back in the spring, for example, you always want to make sure there's water in the tank before you turn it on. Otherwise, you'll damage it. These are bypass valves here. So you can bypass it. That has to do with winterization. So if you're going to do that yourself and you don't know, you can research that. Okay. These are your hydraulics here. You see your reservoir there. The slides work on hydraulics. Okay, so let's go inside. First of all, we'll find the switch for the excuse me, sir. For the water heater. We got people cleaning up in here, so we'll just work around it. Okay, let's see. I believe it's in here somewhere. Yeah. So this is the switch for the water heater. They put a light on it so you know whether it's on or off. Like I said, never run it without water in it. Okay. So this is just a wardrobe here. We might as well start where we're at. This is let's see if he's got that. What we've got down here. Give me a second here. I don't want to force it. There we go. This is pre-plumbed and wired for a washer-dryer combo. So if you wanted to add a washer-dryer combo, it would fit right in there. Of course, there's storage underneath the bed. This is a auxiliary type heater here. So you got more heat in the back here. This is, when you see these, there's one up front and there's one in the back. This is a sensor for the HVAC system. Okay, just gives it an idea what's happening around the trailer, so it knows how to heat it or cool it. So your bathroom works like any other bathroom in that your sink and shower are the same. The toilet, of course, is an RV toilet. So the flush pedal's here. Before you start using it, the black tank is directly below, and it would be empty, right, when you pull in the campsite. So you put one dose of chemical in the bowl, and then you step on this, and you let about a gallon or so of water go into the tank below. Then it's ready to be used. You never want to use it dry. It's always got to have water and chemical in it, otherwise the smell will be terrible and it can get clogged up. So keep that in mind. Also, this trailer probably has 2 GFCIs. But here's one right here. Even all the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. So even the one on the outside. So if you're using a coffee pot outside, it pops, for example, you'd reset it in here. I think there's another one towards the front too. We'll look for that when we get up there. This is just a remote switch to control your vent lid and the fan itself. Okay. This is a second switch set for your fan right here. It controls the lid and the fan just like the other one. This is your 2-zone thermostat. They all pretty much work the same. You're going to go through the zone first, pick the zone, then go through the mode, and go from there. It'll have 3 options. It'll have fan, cooling, and heating. The fan is just the air conditioning system running without the compressor. Then cool, of course, is full air conditioning with the compressor. And then heat is your LP furnace, okay? All right, so when we get up here, you have tank heaters on this one, so it extends your camping season. They're like heating pads underneath the tanks and on the elbows. Your water pump I told you about is right there. You'd use the water pump to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use it to winterize the trailer. These are just lights here, your slide room, and your power awning. Okay. Never leave the power awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the site, then you roll it in. Okay, your battery's charged. Fresh water's got a third in it. Black is empty. Gray is got water, but we'll dump that for you. So that's where how you check your levels. It goes up in 1/3 increments. So once you get past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping the black and the gray tank. Okay. This you'll have to educate yourself a bit on this, but obviously this is a router, and I can't tell you for sure if this one has the antenna on the roof. I don't believe it does. I think that's what they're telling me about pre-wired. So you have the router, but you don't have the antenna on the roof. Although you'll have to talk to your salesman, because I can't tell you for sure. I didn't prep this. But if you wanted to get a Wi-Fi signal booster, it's best to get the type with the antenna on the roof. You can go to kingconnect.com and they'll show you the different options on their website. Okay. Okay. Refrigerator works like any other refrigerator. You have a pantry here. If you're traveling, you always want to use this with the refrigerator. It screws right in here, and it keeps the doors and the drawer from sliding open. Now your burners, for example, you're going to push in and spark it like that. So you push in, go over to the high, and then you do that. Okay, so you're pushing it in. Let me show you with this one, like that. Okay, and the oven's the same way. Now the TV works like any other TV, of course. The fireplace has a remote. I don't see it here, but it's in the trailer somewhere. Okay, yeah, they're in that bag over there. So the TV, the fireplace, and the sound all have remotes. So this fireplace works on 110 AC. So it's neat. It's good because you got a limited supply of LP, right? But you've got plenty of electricity to use. So on those days where you don't quite need the furnace, you can save your LP and just run this in the evening or in the morning, whatever. So you can change the appearance of the crystals here, as you can see. Temperature, and that's also the brightness there. That's the brightness actually. And then the temperature is over here. So it does everything you need. Like I said, there is a remote for it too. Okay. The sound. Basically, you can play CDs and DVDs, right? You can stream off USB. This HDMI is an in. So if you want to go into the system, like with a game machine or something to keep kids busy on a rainy weekend, you can go straight into the system there. It's got AM, FM radio and Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly with your phone or your tablet. And also you have two speaker zones. One is inside the trailer and two is outside the trailer. So it does everything you need and then some. This is the jackknife here, the sofa. Two theater seats, and they have powered footrest and backrest. So you have that. This is where your vacuum system hooks up right here, where your hose. Remember I showed you the hose kit that was underneath the bed, so that you can plug it in right there. Let me see here. As I look around, microwave works like any other microwave. Remember I showed you that the range hood vent on the outside needed to be opened if you're going to vent to the outside. Well, this has a fan here. You can see it right there. Light here, fan there, and it's 2-speed. But make sure you open the baffle in the vent if you're going to do that. Okay. All right. Let me look around here. I think I pretty much covered it. Yes. Okay. So first of all, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Second of all, the manufacturer states that you should inspect your roof every 90 days. So keep in mind you need to send somebody up there to inspect the roof. Make sure that there's no cracking or separation with the sealant where water could get in potentially. Make sure that there's no damage to the roofing components or roofing material by low branches or road debris flying up there. Just give an inspection. Odds are you won't have to do anything for years, but you don't know that for sure. That's why you inspect it. You protect your investment, and you always know what's happening with your roof. Okay? Thank you very much.